For 6 hours this morning, 31-year-old Madeline Fitch sat with her arms locked inside two concrete-filled barrels, blocking the driveway to an Athens County injection well. Together with a handful of supporters, she was protesting the steady stream of trucks that bring thousands of gallons of fracking fluids and brine to be pumped underground in Athens County.
I think it's the only way that we're going to get reporters like you down here to look at what's happening to Ohio and how we're selling out to these corporations for 30 cents a barrel to bring in these wastes that somebody's paying $50 to $100 a barrel to get rid of.
State officials insist Ohio now has one of the toughest set of regulations in the country for fracking and injection wells. But environmentalists say companies are still not required to fully disclose all the chemicals they use, and there's no requirement to test the fluids. The owner of this well says it's been operating for 25 years.
It's just regular brine water. I mean, salt water is what it is. I mean,
As well as some of the fracking fluids from the initial.
Yes, probably.
As law enforcement officers prepared to use force to remove her, Fitch freed herself and was placed under arrest.
I did this because I'm tired of out-of-state fracking waste being dumped in Ohio, and I want state regulatory agencies to protect Ohio citizens instead of taking money from the oil and gas industry. I think this is a public health crisis waiting to happen.
Officers say they hope Fitch will be required to pay for the manpower and resources called to the scene.
She could have freed herself easily hours ago, and she chose not to.
Fitch was charged with trespassing, obstructing official business, and a felony count of inducing panic. Captain Cooper says this became something of a training exercise for law enforcement, with the anticipation that there will be more such protests to come. Ted Hart, NBC4.